Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our Global TV Deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Only a look at Jesus. Oh, so bow down with care.
Tonight we'll pray what I call the universal prayer, Psalms 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff may comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, silent listeners, good evening and welcome one and all. Thank you for joining us. We are placing responsibility where it lies this evening, and the responsibility for the whole Cooper's Pen issue lies with nobody other than our Prime Minister, Andrew Holness. And we will tell you in some of the ways why Andrew Holness is responsible, even if what he claimed that he did not know is true. We will still tell you how the Prime Minister is responsible. And if it is that the Prime Minister knows nothing, and the Prime Minister isn't asking questions or asking people who should know to advance a report on his desk, don't you also find that suspicious? Because if I don't know, and such a grave humanitarian issue break loose under my watch, then people subordinate or to provide me a report as to really what happened that brought me, the Prime Minister, into this level of disrepute. But I'm not hearing the Prime Minister asking for that. The Prime Minister is rather on a blame-pushing circus. Who is to be blamed? It was this then, it was that then. The Prime Minister could have done similar or same things as to what Portia Simpson government was doing to protect the people of Cooper's Pen. Not only though that the Prime Minister failed to protect the rights of Jamaicans in Cooper's Pen, the Prime Minister in turn unleashed brutality on a whole community, violating rights and creating a tantamount of criminal damage in the wake of the demolition exercise. Who else do you think would be responsible for such a high level activity where government agency, the protectors of the government, those who are said to meant to serve and protect us, was a major part of the crime committed against the people? We're also going to tonight molly whooped the ass of the PNP before we go to Andrew. And we have a question to ask Chang. Chang, we see a video of something the people of Cooper's Pen is saying that you said. Horace Chang, we know your sister, but we asked if you come clear your name. Because you every time people talk, I lie them I tell. To every time people talk, I lie them I tell. We're asking Horace Chang to come out, come clear him name. And the people them say you come and tell them to pack up and leave. And if they don't pack up and leave, they might get gunshot. Dr. Chang, that me here. And when we play the video, we hear say that me here. So we're asking Dr. Chang to come out, come clear your name if you never say so. But so we know how you're violent and stable than tan, then it's more than likely that Dr. Chang, who said Jeep back or Checha, it's more than likely that Dr. Chang would check the people them about gun, given the amount that Dr. Chang took into the country illegally, and go hope the America Donald Tapia no can say a lie Chang never involved in an illicit gun trade. Donald Tapia can know say I walk and clear people all about and about the place. So Donald we just a hope. But before we go on to the labor right, then we're going to mollywhoop the ass of the PNP tonight. Debbie Jarvis TV. Good night, Gloria Morris. Good night and welcome. Tony Jamaican, good night. Thank you very much for your support. Sheena Kelly. Good night and welcome. Leonie Denton, good night. Ladybug. Good nighty. Who else is in the house? Michael McCall. Good night and welcome. Good evening, everybody. How no do. Like and share the live for us, please. Now, when you call Pumisha for you know? When you call Pumisha for you, Pumisha is meant to be the mouthpiece of the PNP, the information arm of the PNP, the narrative crafting arm of the PNP, the strategic communication arm of the PNP. That's what Pumisha is meant to be doing. Now, on a story like this, the Cooper Spence story, where government is caught literally on the back foot. Bear with me 1 second, globalists. Globalist, I'm sorry for the bad spelling on the thumbnail. I'll change it when I'm done, all right? Sorry for the Bustamante type of spelling. Opal Wagwan, Elga Fletcher, good evening and welcome. Sorry for the Bustamanteism on the thumbnail. We'll correct that after the show. The PNP, the government here and this matter, Lynette Jenkins, is really on the back foot. The government is caught off guardish on this issue, if one wants to argue that. So, of course, the government is going to be silent. Or if the government opened their mouth, as the mayor did, as Tova Hamilton did, as Andrew Holness did, and they all lied. So it's either they're going to come out and tell us lies, which is going to irritate us or give us more to ask questions about, or they're going to stay balmy, well, silence. I don't know which one I prefer. I really don't know which one I prefer. However, Barbara Simpson, either of the two does not serve the situation. On a situation like this is where the opposition takes leadership. The vlogging community is doing some great research on this matter, something that it's the PNP ought to be doing, really, along with the media. The PNP is the one who should take leadership on this narrative. The PNP is the one who should be calling for answers, more faster and straightforward. The drip, 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 because Luton couldn't come out and a call for more. But Nikita Burchell, the strategic communicator of the PNP, the information arm of the PNP, come out 1 week later. 1 week later. And this is what Pumisha has to say. 1 week later. 1 week later.
So it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Police.
They went to the scene, I would argue, a day late. We would have thought they would have had a press conference on the matter. Nothing. We're not hearing them calling for heads to roll on this matter. We ought to be calling for Dr. Kevin Blake's head on this matter. Given the JCF action in this matter, we all ought to be calling for the head of Dr. Kevin Blake. Nothing. The PNP, for me here, once again, is losing political mileage on an issue where they show sense and grace during their time in government. But in an Andrew Holness land grab, it's quite much of a difference. But this is what Nikita Burchell, after 1 week, this is what she had to say.
So it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Police enter your community. More than 20 of the men are reportedly rounded up, thrown into the backs of police.
The problem I have with Nikita Burchell, Andrew, is the Mark Golden approach which she takes to information. The lame, lazy, slappy, tidy type of bringing forth information. This is 1 week later. She put this information out today. This is 1 week later. In a matter like this, the opposition ought to think on their feet. The opposition ought to move with the wave. Otherwise, the current will take them into the other direction. This is 1 week later. And this is what Pumisha has to say. The PNP ought to be leading on this narrative. Instead, something that ISAT said, they make PNP, JLP all over the place, I try to use that, hang them, and I drown out what the narrative that the PNP ought to be controlling at this point.
Pickups and taken away. Who's left behind? The women, the mothers, the grandmothers, children, a 3-day-old baby. Then came the bulldozers under the protection of the state. And before breakfast, the house you spent years building, the partner draw, the barrel money, the little loan here, the sacrifice here, the banyan belly yasso, the potio yayam pass beso, is now rubble. Sounds familiar? For Western Jamaica, this might be jarring given the trauma we are still experiencing from Hurricane Melissa, except Melissa was a natural disaster. This one was man-made and organized with the backing of the state. Bulldozers, demolition crew, police, the state. Everyone knew enough to prepare for the demolition. Somehow nobody knew enough to prepare for the people. And if you still believe PNP and GOP are the same thing, Cooper's thing is a good little case to.
No, the opposition went there on Thursday. The demolition was last Tuesday. So today is Monday, 7 days. The opposition went there last Thursday, not Wednesday. They went there last Thursday. They went a day late. They should have been there last Wednesday.
24 hours to examine that. Same problem, two governments, very different instincts. Welcome to the breakdown. Let's follow the timeline. The New Falmouth Resort gets a court order to recover possession from 99 occupants. Who was government at the time? JLE and the Bristol. The problem remains. Then Andrew Holness later became prime.
And as a strategic communicator, Nikita Bertel should know better that the music in the background shouldn't have a higher pitch than you are speaking. As a communicator, you should know that. Marcia, how are you? They must get it right.
Minister in 2011. So before the PNP came back to power, Ruth Golden and Andrew Holness had the problem. Then Portia Simpson Miller, the PNP came in office early 2012. Same land, same owner, same court order, same vulnerability. What did we do? We were in power for about 4 years, and in that time, the Ministry of Housing got involved, the HOJ got involved, the government tried to court enforcement. The government actually lodged what is called a caveat. Well, that's a big legal term for a simple meaning. Government put a legal warning against the title, essentially saying, hold on here. This is an issue that we are actively pursuing to resolve. They can't until we get this resolved to the courts. Then the PNP government tried to acquire the land and yes, compensate the private owner. So it wasn't that we were saying take away the man's land. It was how do we respect his property rights without simply throwing hundreds of Jamaicans out on the road or bulldozing their house. The legal strategy we tried failed. We lost it in the Supreme Court, but what did the PNP do? We appealed it all the way to the Court of Appeal. The appeal was argued in October 2015 while the PNP was still in government. We made our argument. We lost power in February 2016 and the final judgment came on April 29, 2016, less than 2 months after we left office. We lost the appeal, but we did not abandon the people. The court record itself shows that the intervention was aimed at preventing their dispossession and the serious social and economic upheaval government feared would follow. So said, so done. Now you see what is happening. Let's pick up back the timeline. April 2016, judgment comes down, PNP is out of office, Andrew Holness is back as Prime Minister. 10 years later, 2026, Andrew Holness is still Prime Minister, and housing is one of the portfolio areas overseen from the office of the Prime Minister. So what happened for 10 years? The court blocked one route that we tried. It did not ban negotiation. It didn't prevent the government from finding alternative land. It didn't ban purchase arrangements. It didn't ban service to lots. It didn't ban humane relocation. The court settled the legal issue. Government still had a people problem. 10 years later, 3 o'clock in the morning, police, bulldozers, 20 houses gone in the blink of an eye. Tell me again, how are we the same thing? No, I hear them saying government never ordered the demolition. Why blame Andrew for everything? What you expect the Prime Minister to do? Maybe the Prime Minister did not personally order a bulldozer. That is not the point. There are consequences to winning an election. When you win, you get the power of the state, you appoint ministers, you determine policy, you oversee agencies, and you prioritize what is important for you. With power comes responsibility to govern and a responsibility for the welfare of the people. As opposition, we can advocate, we can propose, we can recommend, we can expose, but government governs. You cannot take the power, take the authority, and take the credit for everything that goes right. And then when something goes badly wrong, you ask what you expect Andrew to do. At the same time, the buck stops with the government, and yes, with the Prime Minister. And please, don't tell me the state wasn't involved at Cooper's Pen, because residents say police rounded up more than 20 men before the demolition occurred. Women, mothers, grandmothers, and children were left behind to face what came next without the protection of the men. The police are the state. So why were those men taken? Were they charged? When were they released? Who requested the police? Who authorized the deployment? Apparently, the state had enough warning to organize police before dawn, but not enough warning to organize housing, HAJ, social workers, or somewhere for the people to sleep. Then afterwards, tents, relief supplies, sympathy. Good. Help the people, but don't confuse response with representation. Trova Hamilton has represented these people since 2020, 6 years now. Maybe she didn't know Tuesday was Bulldozer Day, fine. But did she know Cooper's Pen had a land problem? Yes. What did she do in the 6 years? If no, then that is not something that I think she should be proud of. And let me say something gently to those asking, but why did these people squat on somebody else's land in the first place? Private property is private property. Nobody is saying that because you need somewhere to live, you automatically acquire a right to somebody else's land. But can we have a little humanity in the conversation? Everybody does not arrive at the starting line with a title, a mortgage, approved, and money to buy a house. Some Jamaicans inherit property. Some can buy it, some can borrow to buy it, and some spend their entire lives simply trying to secure somewhere to live. Jamaica must have room for all of us. The answer to squatting cannot simply be, you shouldn't have been there, so bulldoze the house and good luck. Government has to ask, can we regularize? Can they purchase? Can we find alternative land? Can we create service lots? They genuinely have to move. How do we relocate them without destroying families in the process? That is not rewarding illegality. That is governing a society in which everybody does not have the same resources, choices, or protection. The existence of squatters is not evidence that government has no responsibility. In many cases, it is evidence that government has work to do. And this is where policy matters. People love to say, I don't vote party, I vote issues, I vote policy. Wonderful. Then let us talk policy. Cooper's Pen is not the only land in question. Look at what the government is doing where Clifton, Louidersville, Albion, Mount Oliver, Parity, Cooper's Pen concerned. Different facts, different legal circumstances. But again, Jamaicans are asking, where is government before the bulldozer? This is about access. Who gets access to Jamaica? Who gets security? Who gets protected by the state? Jamaica must have room for the person who can afford the beachfront villa and the person who needs the state's help to secure a little piece of land to build a 2-bedroom house. Or was it 1 bedroom? Remember that story there? Sound familiar? Mm-hmm. In 2016, they told Jamaica, choose prosperity. In 2025, they came back and said, choose Jamaica. And Jamaica did choose. The JLP won the 2025 election. So now I have 2 questions. Prosperity for who? And choose who's Jamaica. A Jamaica you can live in, a Jamaica you can own, a Jamaica whose beaches you can access. Because you cannot say I vote policy and then ignore the policy that offered regularization of titles and give you beach access and afterwards behave as though elections have no consequences. There are consequences to winning an election and there are consequences of losing one too. The JLP had the problem before under Bruce Golding and under Andrew Holness. The PNP inherited it in 2012. We intervened, we tried to protect the residents and tried to compensate the owner. Lost it in the Supreme Court and took it all the way to the Court of Appeal. The final judgment came less than 2 months after we left office. The JLP inherited the problem again in 2016. They had 10 years. It's 2026, bulldozers. All politicians are not the same. Don't argue with me. Let's show them the record. Let's solve the problem. 2 problems, 2 government, 2 different approach. It matters who represents you. It matters what policies you vote for. It absolutely matters who governs. We're not the same. I'm Nikisha Burchell, and this has been another episode of The Breakdown.
1 week. It took the PNP 1 week to come out and said this. It took the information spokesperson of the People's National Party 1 week to come out and said this. I don't know why the PNP have to go into a deep research when anything is happening. The PNP can't think on them feet. Them going into this deep research where they have to dot all I's and cross all T's before them come out and address the public. Time I move faster than that. And all me I say the PNP need to come up to speed. Plus we wait so long, and then when you come out with a video when nearly deaf way. We're strained if you listen to you while the music louder than you feel a great part of the video. Get it right. Now let's go to Luton Cousins. Luton Cousins is calling for more. He has been Luton Cousins and Dennis Gordon. Dennis Meadows, rather, have been speaking much on the issue. There's more from Luton Cousins and Dennis Meadows than others, I would assume, based on what I see in the media. Let's hear from Luton.
The following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
The People's National Party is demanding the immediate public release of the court order used to justify the pre-dawn demolition of homes in Coopers, Pennsylvania. The public has a right to see this order, and this must be done without delay. The law is clear. The Civil Procedure Rules states that a court order cannot be enforced after 6 years without the express permission of the court. If this order expired without lawful extension, the state is exposed to serious liability and someone must answer for it. The original Court of Appeal ruling applies strictly to 99 identified residents. That order is not a blank check. Removing and demolishing homes belonging to anyone outside those 99 named parties without a fresh lawful court order is illegal, and that is plain and simple. If the bailiff and the police enforced an expired order, the state is liable and affected residents can and should claim damages because the act was unlawful. I am calling on the bailiff and the state authorities to produce this order now. And to every resident displaced outside of those 99 named parties, please seek independent legal counsel immediately.
Visit our website at pnp.org.jm or check us out on Facebook at Jamaica.
And we're also calling on the Prime Minister to release whatever operational document that put JDF helicopters in the air, that put drones in the air. If any sea vessel was deployed, the police officers, hundreds of them, that was deployed, the instruction given to them to arrest all young men within the vicinity. We're calling on the government to release all documentation of these. We're also calling on the government to release whatever advice they would have sought from the Attorney General on the matter, whether before or after. This is not a story that we should allow the government to get away with. It's natural for this government to fall from one blunder to the next. What we ought not to do on a serious national crisis like this, we are not allowed to let the government get away with committed murder. This was like murder. What the government did was almost like murder. And one must continue to speak out. One must continue to ask the questions and keep the story alive. So far, the government has been lying on every angle when it comes to this matter. The government is lying on every issue. When Tova spoke, Tova lied. When Andrew spoke, Andrew lied. When Gerga spoke, Gerga lied. We expected that. If anyone was expecting them to be honest about anything, it would be a grand old waste of time. It would be a grand old waste of time. So the leadership on exposing this issue lie with the opposition. Don't let the government also get away with silence on a crime committed. Not only that there were civil breaches of fundamental rights, there was a catalog of criminal damage carried out by the forces. There was breach of fundamental rights. So we must continue to hold the government to account on this issue. They must never get away with this. And I was hoping to hear things like this from Nikita Burchell as to whether they are going to take any lawsuit against these people. But based on what Isaac Buchanan is saying in the social space, then I believe Isaac Buchanan will be taking a lawsuit similar to the one taken in Clifton Lodge. I believe Isaac, based on what he said on a TikTok live, will be taking such application to the court. That's why he's adamant that Andrew Holness will have to give house to all the people, because the people of Clifton receive their settlement, though it is not widely spoken about or reported in the media. So we expect Isaac Buchanan to take a case in relation to that. Now, I don't know if Isaac, there may be Devon Collin, I don't know if Isaac is also involved in taking case against the state in relation to the several different breaches, the unlawful arrest, the kidnapping, the unlawful detention, and the arbitrary arrest, and all of that. Don't know if he's involved in that level of things, but there are a lot of legal cases to be taken against the Commissioner of Police, to be taken against the state. The Commissioner of Police and the state. Because you know what hurt me with all of this? This is all over stolen land. The government stole this land. The government of Jamaica stole this land. The Administrator General broke their duty of trust and care. He stepped all over his fiduciary duties when they carry out them fraud to claim those land that the children should have had. How is Andrew Holness responsible? Now, whether Andrew Holness ordered the raid or not is irrelevant when it comes to leadership. Leadership in a country
it always appears to be that something is
leadership
happening in
of
Jamaica.
the security services, if the security services goes into action without authorization of leadership, leadership is still responsible for their actions. So Andrew Holness is responsible. In relation to the legal part of things, just like the Portia Simpson government placed a caveat on the issue, submitting to the court not to make any decision unless contacting the government or properly inform the occupants. Andrew Holness' government could have done that. Portia Simpson, while they were in government, appealed it up to the appeal court, the final destination in Jamaica. That case, they've lost it. The Andrew Holness government, if they cared about the people, given that he was aware of it under the Bruce Golden regime when he was there, if he cared about the people, he would have at least taken this issue to the Supreme Court, would have tied it up for another good few years. The people may would have gotten the ruling overturned. Andrew Holness did nothing at all to protect the rights of Jamaicans when it comes to the Cooper's Pen issue. For all of those reasons, Andrew Holness is solely responsible for what took place in Cooper's Pen. JCF and JDF assets were put in motion in this issue, or tax dollar was used, or assets or military and police assets were deployed. If it was deployed without Kevin Blake, without Andrew Holness or Horace Chang say so, they are still responsible because they would be running a lawless entity. So, Andrew question, sir. How did the children of the owner lose the land to the current plaintiff? Because the Jamaica government sold it to the current plaintiff. The Jamaica government, the administrator general, because the man would have died without a title. The children were all minor. The administrator general then becomes the executor or the trustee over the property because it was an intestate. They cook it up and sell it on to the Falmouth, New Falmouth Resort. And so come the children them for the original man lose the land. For all those reasons, Andrew Holness is responsible. There's no way JCF and JDF assets could have gone into this level of operation without somebody from higher up giving authorization to go into our airspace. So the government coming out and tell us we didn't know, we were shocked just like you. We sympathize just like you. Hello, we have a heart. We're not certain about you. We know so we have heart. We're not certain about you. So Andrew Holness is responsible on every level. When it comes to the issue of example, precedents, Andrew Holness set them all. Let's go back to Clifton Lodge. Andrew Holness didn't give the people them any time neither. In going to Parliament today, and in talk where am I going to do, and by tomorrow morning, the bulldozer, the JCF and the JCF came. So even if private sector take it upon them own and order or pay the JCF to go into battle against the people of Jamaica, the government is still responsible. It even sparked greater question as to who really is in control of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Is the Jamaica Constabulary Force a lawless agency unto themselves? Because we don't know. So if we don't know, we have to argue from that viewpoint. Are we dealing with a lawless entity? Or is someone lying? Did someone higher up outside of JCF give the instruction, or was the instruction given within the JCF ranks? Kevin Blake must respond to these questions. Otherwise, Kevin Blake is just showing us the political failure that he is. Kevin Blake must respond. Kevin Blake is the operational head of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The Jamaica Constabulary Force have carried out grave wrong against the people of Jamaica. Kevin Blake cannot remain silent on this matter. Let's listen to this young man take on the story.
So it always appears to be that something is happening in Jamaica. You can't catch a breath, you can't catch a breath, you can't catch a second. It's just one disaster to the next. So of course, today we're going to talk about the whole Coopers Hill incident. So 40 families are now homeless following an early morning demolition in Coopers Pen, Trelawney. Now it is difficult for informed people to arrive at a conclusion when there is so much information missing. So first you have the mayor of Trelawney.
Inheritance in law, Andrew, it's not an automatic right. We tend to think so. But if there isn't a will and you do not have not gone through the Administrator General process to get the administration order so you can then claim, own, and do any changes to the assets, you legally do not own. You might physically own the assets. Legally, you do not own them. And the same thing applies to dead left land in Jamaica as well, where you think because it's your mother, grandmother, or grandfather land and it was passed down to you and it come down through family. But until you've gone through the administrative process, it's just what it is, dead left land. It's really not your land.
Colin Gager, and by extension the Trelawney Municipal Corporation, who appears to not know what is exactly going on in its own municipality.
The government knows nothing about it. The Trelawney Municipal Corporation knows nothing about it.
Then you have Trelawney North Member of Parliament, Tovia Hamilton, who also appears to be unaware that a demolition operation was taking place.
It was private sector led. and that no time before the operation began was I, as Member of Parliament, informed that an eviction or demolition exercise was going to take place. I found out when the people were already being bulldozed.
As well as the man who is responsible for housing.
I had no prior knowledge of it. No, none of our ministers, certainly not the member of parliament. I got a call very early in the morning. Quite surprised.
Now, blessed, of course, is the people.
Why is it important for the Prime Minister to point out that Tova Hamilton wasn't aware of it? Why is it important for the Prime Minister to point out that Tova Hamilton was not aware of it? How you know? How you so sure? And this is what I said, the bailiff need to come forward and say whether Dennis Meadows is telling a lie on him, who Dennis Meadows told him that Tova Hamilton was informed 2 weeks before the demolition. Much could have been put in place then. But this government failed on all levels.
Pure in heart. But how pure was this display of compassion? Check this video out, people, from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
That's why it's necessary, Lynette, for Kevin Blake to come out and say something. Because his reputation and his leadership is under scrutiny. It is important that Kevin Blake come out and say something. Because Tova say one thing, Andrew say one thing, Gerga say one thing. Dennis Meadows say something else. We want to hear from the bailiff, as well as we want to hear from Kevin Blake.
This whole incident was a humanitarian crisis. Argue with your mother about that. Who authorized the state, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, at 3 a.m. to go in and remove 25 men from the community? Them locked them up for hours while the demolition was taking place, and yet still no charges have been laid against the men. So my question to you is, who authorized the police to be there? Was the police a part of this operation?
In a video statement released to the media, the Trelawney police are appealing for calm.
We understand that this is a very difficult time, not only for the family members and residents, but for the entire country. We are enlisting the support of residents.
These are the bullshit. I mean, the same people are gonna go make sure so no secure those who were fucking up their property. Look someone who come out and tell we. I don't understand this, I don't understand that. John Crow? Out of what? Out of which heart?
For law and order to be maintained in the community. Yesterday, we had persons blocking the road and causing further instability. Please, I am imploring, desist from blocking the road and bringing further instability to your community.
So what exactly is the legal basis for you to detain the men, fingerprint them, take them personal belongings, and lock them up for hours? I mean, how does approximately 40 families wake up to a demolition operation and the elected representative, the municipal corporation, and the prime minister no know what go on in a them country? So I'm pretty much conflicted where this situation is concerned. On one side of the coin, I'm thinking about the landowner and his legal right to occupy and to use his land or her land however they see fit. And I'm thinking about the person who has been there long before the establishment came in and acquired the land and now have nowhere to go. And I am left to wonder or even ask this question that this young man asked.
As a citizen, I'm a national, I'm a native. Me no run away for nowhere come here. A Jamaica me born and grow. Me are no squatters, me can't be squatters in a Jamaica. No boy can't tell me say me are squatters in my country.
So I would definitely love to know what your thoughts are, people. Do we have any agency in this country? Is owning land for the lesser of us just a myth? Or is it even a possible reality? I would love to know what your thoughts are in the comment section below.
A wicked and uncaring government. A wicked and uncaring government. So Andrew Tyclin, Andrew technologization and Tyclin don't have nothing to do with poor people. It no plan to deliver land justice to poor people. What it is really about is map out where Andrew Holness can thief and stash off aside for himself. That's what it is all about. And the government think it can get by or will get by without answering the questions in relation to JCF activity at Cooper's Pen. If the government maintains their argument that them not involved and them not know about it, is the government then not concerned that the JCF could get involved in so much high-level activities of criminality without their superior knowledge or authorization? These are serious questions for JCF to answer. Because otherwise, we are being served by a lawless agency. Well, we know see them lawless from day one. And especially like how Andrew did give them the okay, say, shut them down like a tired fowl. And then we're hearing from the people. That's why I don't know if it's true, Dr. Chang. That's why I ask you to come out, come clear your name. Because what the people are saying, Dr. Chang, would sound really like a come threaten them. Dr. Chang, what the people are saying, this more sound like threats to me. This sound like, don't make me come back around here another time. A long time, Andrew Holness have planned this crisis, you know. That's why Andrew Holness never used the Japanese tent them during Melissa. But Andrew Holness come out with Japanese tent now for the man-made disaster when him create. Remember when Andrew in an independent message, Andrew Holness tell us about man-made disaster? Man-made crisis? Say Andrew Holness. Say Andrew Holness create the man-made disaster right in front of we. So we're asking Chang to come clear your name, because to me this sound like a threat. I mean, I like when people threaten me. So me ask Horace Chang to come clear up. If he insists of it too, or a lie them a tell upon him.
Anybody do not, the police to shoot them or lock them up.
Cooper's Pen, I am on my way. I am on my way. Ready. Jamaica. Jamaica. You see why we can't ease up? You see, we tell you all the while, this is no longer about politics. It's about right and wrong. It's about doing the right thing. Even if it don't affect you, we don't do the right thing. You know, all right? No, me there talk to one brother, and the first thing I do is tell me about his daughter who have a hard pacer. Zane, we don't have to show him face, you know.
Well, I'm having to do up on the belly nearly hour. Till man actually like my daughter watch it carry a film time, pick up on the oxygen.
Right.
So he run out and said,
because he might go up on the oxygen every morning.
Every morning.
Right.
And he ran out and said, I kill my daddy by the time he said, job done. Job done and in the hospital from what, Tuesday. And I have a power for left my yard to go look for him because I have to secure my house and I still have 2 more people.
So you're afraid for left? You're afraid for left Cooper's Pen because?
My house got lit done and between me and you, my house value nearly 19 million. So right now, a restaurant come yesterday, so we pack up and go. It's now we pack up and go. That him say. So right now...
Well, I don't miss that, you know. And then you said that. You hear that for yourself or that's somebody tell you?
No, I didn't hear that. That him say. A restaurant say.
Yes, so a restaurant say what?
So if we pack up and leave, because...
If anybody do
no problem, the police will shoot them or lock them up.
They have a couple small bags with some clothes tonight. I'm going to drop them and left them off with them. See? Now, the world will have 5 pounds, you know. But you have to fight for yourself. Bro, the world will have 5 pounds right now. We're not have to fight for yourself, bro. A jail, you know, afraid of? Because food, that jail, and water, that jail, you know. A jail, you know, afraid of that? That's in the early morning there. Yeah, so what? I kick out the door.
Yeah, man, I'm here to tell them me open it. I'm in here really fast asleep and me just a doze way.
Right.
You understand? So when me hear them like, and they say me open the door, by the time me open the door, them put a kick, so I move, me have to move from behind it, you know.
I used to do that cloth, yeah?
What do you mean? Me like a drop and broke from the face. When they throw me in the truck, that's what money me can't go for. When me tell them me go for my money. They say me not to go over my yard, me can't go back.
Oh, so the bar. So they take out everything with that bar too.
Well, I'm saying man out of house flat, man. My daughter come take my phone from one of the boy. From one of the boy, my daughter come take my phone from one of the boy. That time I have my liquor them in my house, the boy take my liquor and my brand new pure.
Who take your liquor?
I'm for no man, them they have the police. I don't know police.
I know what they have with the demolition crew.
You have a deal list.
And the demolition crew. So the demolition crew people them go in their house and teach some things.
All the money, everything, and TV, I'm brand new pure clocks, man. Come and give me test all of me.
So all right. So I never move them moving for securing. They move and they go missing.
I teach them TV.
Cause me try, me no want to assume and nobody tell me that lie. Me tell you say no.
That me was push down long time.
And who you say that to get the phone from?
One of the man them.
One of the demolition team. He had the phone in their hand.
In their
pocket.
In my pocket. Understand me? So, they might work same time on them at TV.
Thank you. I want to go another tent for me. Yeah. Anybody else? You want more? I'm not here to say whether or not the houses should have been demolished. Right? That's not my argument. My argument is we have the finances in a program that was developed for housing. I am not saying to give the people them free house and free land. Come now, man. We could have do better. I don't care whose land that land is. I'm not arguing on that. I'm not arguing who signed whatever. I'm not arguing about whatever the Minister of Housing. That's not my problem. from a humanitarian standpoint, from a human being who actually love other human beings. You are saying to me that no care could have been given to soften the blow on these individuals. I strongly believe that our current government is forcefully trying to start a civil war on purpose. Because they know what was going to happen. So they make sure I can take out the money. Let them know, you know. Some things are being done on purpose. Because I'm not arguing about the house of lit down. I am arguing about how could we have softened the blow for these people.
I tell you, the most we can continue to do is to tell the people of Jamaica to wake up. As you heard last night in Dr. Darius' interview, the way we live our life in Jamaica will be gradually but rapidly changing. It will not be changing for the better. You must understand that. And when you have the most corrupt, the most crookedest regime we've ever been governed by, then it really should frighten you. Abena, how you do? O'Neill, Wagwan. It really should frighten you, given who is in the driving seat when it comes to governance in our country. Everything is going in the other direction. Because Jamaica don't have governance. Jamaica don't have leadership. What going in our country right now, I wouldn't class it as a party shop. Party shop, you have to line up in a queue. It's really a hustle and bustle. Andrew turn our country in a hustle and bustle. That's why we're in the quagmire where we're in. Where China turn up, Abena, thank you. Where China decide to turn up and defend their own. And America is adamant that China must go. We get deep into this because of the level of prostitution that Andrew Holness has taken Jamaica on. What is shocking? We have 4 more years of this to go. This is frightening. I did say to the people of Jamaica, you shouldn't want Andrew Holness to be leading us into 2030. You shouldn't want that. Jamaica has signed up since the days of COVID. Jamaica has signed up for the guinea pigization. So a lot of these new forward moving systems, them are going to test them out, pan. Andrew Holness already signed up. Maybe the PNP, them glad say them never win because they would on a shoulder the blame for something that Andrew Holness has already signed up for. The rug is pulling from under our feet, Jamaica. No matter how we feel about Jamaica, how we think, it's our homeland, it's this, it's that, is everything else. The rug is slowly being pulled from under our feet. it won't be long before we spread out Budum pan we back. Because we are not awake to the issues we're going through or the issues to come. We're really not awake. See, when it comes to reparations, Andrew not really too interested. The Americans are not interested in reparations. And the American them up run Andrew head. So that's why Andrew a henka and tinker. And rather than joining on Panfigana full-fledged, Andrew want to create something else for Jamaica lead in. You see all these things. These things stand in the way of African unity. Jamaica, I don't know what our solution will be, you know. Because moving up into 2030, we're going to see drastic changes. The danger for us as a people, we have a government that has submitted to the will of massa. That means there isn't a government like we have in a Glaston Brown to bring the people on board, to keep the people informed, to be pushing back no matter how hard the pressure that the United Snakes push on you. We don't have that. As Jamaicans, we do not have that. What we have is a lackey, a bootlicker, a butt-scratching prime minister. That is what we have. So anything is requested of him, any direction we've been pushed into, certainly Andrew Holness will have no problem taking us, and that is scary. We have a government that doesn't respect that there's a legal opposition in this country, a government that does not respect the will of the people, a government who take matters and law into him own hand and upon him own self. That's what we will have to contend with for the next 4 years. If the PNP them don't pull up them socks, we could have it for longer. I mean, I don't know if that scares the Jamaica people, but that scares me. A tyrannical leadership from Andrew Holness ought to scare you the closer you get to 2030. You think the bucking down of people after them, after land, is going to stop here? There's many more to come. Just wait until Andrew make up the reasons and the excuse. Wait until Andrew Holness make up the reasons and the excuse and see what will happen next. We the people have to wake up. And you have people all over Jamaica and contested land, both labor rights and PNP. And these are the things that should show people. Government not care about your political tribal. When government take decision, especially decision that will benefit them, they really couldn't give care about your political tribal. Just like how the people of Cooper's Pen get a rough deal with the demolition, the people of Party and Southwest St. Elizabeth get a rough deal in the aftermath of Melissa. We put too much care and emphasis into these people who literally doesn't care about us. And we alone walk on the eyes. They carry out the action and gain the benefit. Maybe we need to try to get ourselves in the benefit class rather than the class where we're riled up with anger, with true feelings of support for them. The sad reality is nobody not care about we. You know what's even sadder? We cannot be awoken to the reality. So them not care about we. Because if them did care, when it come to road, light and water, we wouldn't have gone backwards in those areas, isn't it? We would have advanced on what we had. But certainly for those three basic areas, we have gone woefully backwards. Nothing. Whoever is there, nothing is bloody working. But especially under Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness drive a horse and cart to what he promised us as prosperity. And that's where we will leave it for tonight, my peeps. Thank you very much for being here. Lovely to have your support as always. Please do join us back in the morning for your At a Glance program. Thank you very much. Good night from the Global TV Group. Thank you.
Too long in our little ghetto, run keep going on, less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So that's why I as a watching man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, night. We gotta bust down Babylon walls. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down, war and cry. Fight down. Me say Rastafari, war and cry, and do the righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari, save all people. And we love Jah, we love Jah, Rastafari, we love Jah, Rastafari, save all people. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I as a watching man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace while we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way, prepare the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down, war and cry, fight down, war and cry. Rastafari, war and cry, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari. We love all, and we love Jah, me love Jah, me love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all, me love Jah. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And then DJ oh, thy peace, God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people there. Make a man throw one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside a rob and cheat and not first the poor. Make out what I seen to. Make a man throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make a man throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man show one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta and sell out Babylon. Just stop on the Friday. You might throw a stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, man, throw a stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and throw one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black big man throw one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman throw one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Bear with.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer,
Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.